Hi, welcome. My name is Charles O'Connor, sometimes called Papa Calm, and this is all about Peru. We're going to be talking about Peruvian money made easy, and it is easy. It's based very similar to the United States currency. It varies slightly, but if you can understand U.S. currency, you can understand the Peruvian coins just fine. Now, if you haven't moved and you're looking at the website, you'll see there's a coin in the center with a red underline. This underline indicates the UN or un sol, S-O-L. This is the base coin, the same as in the United States with the dollar bill. The dollar bill is the base. You have a dollar and it's broken into 100 parts. Same with the sol, just that easy. So in one sol you have 100 units, which they call centavos, we call pennies. There's a 1, a 5, a 10, a 20, and a 50. Now the 5 and the 1 you rarely see, but sometimes they will crop up if you're given change, if you're at a mall or going to a supermarket or something like that. But your smaller merchants generally don't even think about using them. Their value is just too small. So if you look at it, it looks pretty much like the American currency. And it does vary because there's no $2 bill or no $5 bill. Those are both coins. In the bills, in the paper money, you have a 10, a 20, a 50, and a 100, and a 200. And that's it. It's just that simple. Now, I will warn you about one thing is that try not to use the 200 sol bill, because if you're going to a store such as Ripley or Sonimax or some other major store, they will take the 200. But if you're going to be shopping in the small shops and the little out-of-the-way places and these little gallerias, what you're going to find is they do not take 200 sol bills. They're very reluctant to do that because it is a lot of money in one particular bill, and if it's counterfeit or something's wrong with it, they stand to lose a lot of money. So keep it from 100, 50, 20, and 10, and of course your change, 5s and 2s, and your sol and your centavos, and work with them. So as you can see, it's a very simple system. Okay, now let's move on to the next order of business, and that's the American dollar. Now, when you come to Peru, most likely you will not have soles in your pocket, so you're going to need to exchange. And it's very easy to go to a bank and take out money in $100 bills. I strongly suggest you do not bring $100 bills. $20 bills, and check each one to be sure that they're not damaged in any way. If there's a corner torn off, or if there's a rip in it, or if there's a crease in the center, or it's worn on one side, the merchants will not take them. They're just very reluctant to take those. So just take your time. Now, you don't need a lot of money to come to Peru because you've already got your plane ticket and you got your flight. So you're going to arrive and you're going to have some American money in your pocket. Now, you can make an exchange at the booth at the airport, but you're not going to get a good exchange rate. The exchange rate's going to be 5 to 6, maybe even 7 points under what that it is on the market. Your best exchange rate is going to be with the money traders that are outside the banks, and it's easy to find them. So you just find a bank and look for the guy that's got he's got a vest on with a dollar bill sign on the back, and ask him what the trade value is. Now, even if they don't speak English, they know exactly what you're doing, and they will give you the best trade. And depending upon how much money you're trading will determine what trade value you will get. If it's trading at 3.3 on the market, they would probably be trading at 3.26 or 3.27, but you might be able to get it for 3.27.5 or a little higher, depending upon how much you're trading. Like if you're taking $1,000 or $2,000. So that makes a big difference. Now, switching up a little bit here, we're going to talk about the value. Now, we were talking about currency before. And currency and value are two different things. We know what the currency is. That's the dollar bills and the coins. Now, the value is what it is compared to the U.S. dollar. Now, the U.S. dollar is very strong. So you're going to get 3.3, 3.35, 3.25, depending upon what the market's doing. So you're going to get a good trade on your dollar. But when you're out shopping and you see something that you want, and the cost of that item is 100 soles, it really has very little meaning to you. You say 100 soles, what is that? Well, that's $30, 33.3, if you want to really get it out to the nickels and dimes. I find it easier just to divide by 3. I can put things into perspective on what something costs by dividing by 3. So if I went to buy a microwave, for example, and they said the price is 300 soles, I divide by 3, that's $100. Now I have perspective on it, and I think you know what I'm talking about. So that's the easiest way to do it.